Is expelling 80,000 asylum seekers after multiple attacks, including one in which a refugee murdered a young female worker at a migrant camp. Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke is with me now. Sheriff, thanks in advance for the time. There is this murder, which is tragic, and other incidents. One example, there was a mother attacked in front of her children on a subway platform. What can Sweden do, or what can the U.S. do to learn from the Swedish example?
Well, what a disaster this Syrian refugee crisis has been, and it is the direct result of the failure of the Obama foreign policy and what he's done in Syria or has not done. There was a chance early on to get involved in this situation, get out in front of it, create some safe haven in Syria. And if you have to airlift in food and supplies, that's all a good thing. But to keep these individuals in their own country, you don't have the language barrier, the culture shock going to another country. Now they're scattered all over the world, and now it's everybody else's problem.
Well, Sheriff, when you talk about that safe zone, now it makes all the sense. And you said that before, but now it makes more sense than ever. It seems there's language barriers, to your point, there's cultural barriers, and these European countries are really struggling.
Well, there's no doubt about it, and there's no records to check these individuals against anyway. James Comey, director of the FBI, admitted as much. I think it is reckless on the part of the Obama administration to ask the American people to assume this sort of risk. Look, we owe the Syrian refugees, when I say we, the American people, we owe them nothing. If we can do this in an orderly fashion, that's fine, but these are special circumstances. There is nothing wrong with pushing the pause button on this thing until we can get our arms around it, and right now we can't.
I was just going to say, do you think that's likely to happen, seeing all these examples across Europe? Do you think the Obama administration will, in fact, hit the pause button?
No, he's hard-headed. You know, there was a chance in Congress, but the Democrats, every one of them filibustered, just putting a pause on the accepting of these Syrian refugees. So that political battle is going on in the Congress right now. I'm hoping that Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan stand fast and stare down the Obama administration, because, like I said, it's reckless to ask the American people to assume this sort of risk. Any policy that's developed out of the Congress, between the Congress and the White House, has to err on the side of caution and protecting the American people, not pity for the refugees.
Yeah, and it's going to fall on local law enforcement officials such as yourself if these plans do go through. Sheriff David Clarke, thank you so much. We appreciate your perspective.